Okay, fine. In the short video that we just discussed the ATP synthase. ATP synthase is a very complex enzyme. It is made up of two subunits. One is F0 and another is F1. F0 is the integral membrane protein, which is in inner membrane mitochondria, and F1, that is the membrane which is attached to F0 via gamma subunit. Okay, I am basically focus here that how protons are transport, how ATP synthesis is synthesized. Okay, what happen that the F0 is made up of the protein that is here, that is A subunit, B subunit, and C subunit. Okay, and the F1 is made up of 3 alpha, T beta, A gamma, and a epsilon subunit. It is a very complex enzyme. Next, we focus this picture that is here, how protons will imported. During the time of electron transport chain, the reducing agent, that is they donate their electron, resulting the generation of a proton motive force that lead to the synthesis of ATP. How ATP is synthesized? ATP is synthesized by another complex. This is called F0F1 that just we discuss just before discuss that F0 and F1, that is ATP synthase and enzyme. Okay, let's focus. That's how ATP is synthesis. ATP synthesis is completely dependent upon the rotation of the gamma and the C ring. Here I mentioned that the here this is the brown color, like they are static nature and they are rotate. Okay, what happen, the each subunit of C ring is made up of the two alpha helix. The two alpha helix that contain the centrally contain the aspartic acid, aspartate, which is in deep protonated form, you may call EMT form, or they have high affinity towards the proton binding or S plus binding. Okay, and the A subunit of F0 that contain another amino acid that is called arginine. Arginine. Okay, what happen during the time of transport of a proton? This aspartate is present on the C ring is neutralized by the aspa by the arginine side chain, that is they have an amino group. Okay, here one thing I'll mention that the intermembrane space, the or exoplasmic um region, that is the A subunit, that they have a two half channel 1 and half channel 2. Why you called half channel? Because they are not fully extended throughout the subunit, or they have not fully opening. They have a halfly open the middle and another is middle to matrix. That is why called half membrane. Okay, next, what happen when a proton is here in this figure here, when a proton is transferred to half channel 1, then just I that you talked before that the aspartate of a C ring is utilized by the arginine of the air ring, that highly they are in highly reduced form. That is why they neutral neutralize the aspartate. What happen when one proton is transferred to half channel 1, the aspartate that is neutralized by the arginine, this is this is this is transferred to the half channel 1 here. This is the main things. Okay, that is the positive side chain of the arginine displace the proton bound to aspartate 61, that is the adjacent c subunit. This displays proton is now free to travel, that is the half channel 2, and out into the cytoplasmic medium. Thus, when one proton entering from half channel 1 bind to serine and a different proton is released. It is very interesting that how it is possible. It is possible that the arginine of the A ring which neutralize the aspartate in the C ring, that is when proton is moved, that it expel the these arginine to these proton to the arginine proton to the half channel 2, and this is move im, import the matrix, not the proton that is inside the intermembrane space is import. Obviously it is imported, but what happen, these proton that is gained by arginine from the A subunit, that is neutralize the aspartate, and when the protons are moved, then this arginine is displaced to the next half chute channel, and this during the time of a displace, arginine to here is displaced, here we see is displaced, and this the reduced form of the arginine, then it is it is transfer a proton, that is the adjacent proton, that is their exit, and this proton exit that lead to serine is rotate. Okay. um, let's say this is the short video. It's all about your what happened with F0 and F1, that how they synthesize the protein. Okay, bye.